I'm literally having to squat down because of the sun. But anyways, we're at Barnes & Noble and I'm here to get some Christmas books. So excited. I love Barnes & Noble so much. It seems like they've gotten a lot more paper now. So guys, I think I'm gonna get 2 books, and so I'm gonna get these 2. This one's the Holiday Switch, and I think this is a new release, and it's pretty short. I think it's only like 200 pages. I read the synopsis on this. It seems really interesting, so I really want to read this. And then I'm also getting the Holiday Swap, and this also seemed really interesting, and I think my sister kind of wants to read it, so I'm definitely gonna get these 2. And yeah, I'm really excited. Bookstore vibes. So hey guys, it's actually the next week that I'm filming this. It's December 16th and I can't talk for that long because my camera's literally flashing, so it's about to die. But I've been reading this for the past few days. I actually took a break on reading this because of like school and stuff, but I'm like 100-something pages in and I think this book is pretty good so far. So guys, I'm filming on my phone right now. That's why the quality is like not as good, but that's just because I don't have my camera right now. But I've been reading this book for the past few days and I literally have like so little left. But I just wanted to update you guys because I haven't updated this vlog in a while. This book is so good right now. There are some things about the twins that kind of were aggravating me, so I feel like I might rate this like a 4 or 4.5 out of 5 stars because it's still really good. But yeah, just some of the things about the twins kind of were like getting on my nerves a little bit. But yeah, the love interest in this book, so good, so good. And I really like how Christmassy it is and stuff. And there hasn't been any spice in this book so far, which I'm enjoying. But yeah, basically I just wanted to say that I'm enjoying this book so far. It's just a fun ride. But yeah, I think I might actually take a break from this for a second. And I'll try to record my reaction to like the last few chapters because I think I have about 50 pages left. And this is the last book that I have that I like really want to read before Christmas. And I'm hopefully gonna get some books for Christmas that are like popular books that I'll obviously include in this video. So yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I have another reading update. So hey guys, it's been a while since I've last updated this vlog because I've been filming a lot of videos, but today's Christmas and I got a few new books for Christmas and I wanted to show them to you guys because I will be reading them in this vlog. So yeah, so I got 3 new books for Christmas and I'm literally so excited for every one of these. So first I got Good Girl Bad Blood, and if you didn't know, this is the sequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I've already read and I reviewed it in my recent reads video, so if you want to go check that out you most definitely can. But yeah, I've heard this series is super duper good and yeah, I'm super excited to read this. It's a little bit thick, but we can get through it. Since we're still on break, I should have enough time to read this. And then the next book that I got is the finale to the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, which is As Good as Dead. And I know these titles sound horrible, but I promise you the first book was really good, so I'm pretty sure these books are gonna be really good as well. And yeah, this is the thickest book of them all in this series. It has like 450-something pages. So yeah, I'm really excited for both of these. And then lastly, I'm super duper excited to read this one, and that is The Inheritance Games. I've heard a lot of good things about this book as well, and this is also part of a trilogy, but the 3rd book hasn't came out yet. I'm pretty sure it's coming out sometime soon in 2022, but the 2nd book is already out. But yeah, I've heard several people talking about this book and it seems really interesting and I'm really wanting to read this. So I think what I'm going to do is, since I've already read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I'm going to just finish out the series. That way I can kind of read them in a row, even though I've read stuff after A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And then I think I'm going to start this one and then maybe get the 2nd book, which is called The Hawthorne's Legacy. And yeah, I'll see how many books I want to read in this vlog since I already read The Holiday Swap, and it's actually been like a week or so since I finished that book. But yeah, I'm super excited about these books. That's all for now, and I'll update you guys whenever I'm starting to read my next book. guys. It's currently about 1:30 on December 31st. So happy New Year's Eve, even though it won't be New Year's Eve when you're watching this. I just wanted to update you guys because I just finished Good Girl, Bad Blood. And guys, when I tell you, this book literally had me on the edge of my seat. Like the last 50 pages, it had me. I know a lot of people say that like the second book in a series is normally like the one that like a lot of people don't really like, but this one is pretty much as good as the first one. So I did also give this one a 5 out of 5. And like I've done with most of the other books that I've read, I jotted down some things that I liked and just wanted to like say about the book. So if you see me like looking at my phone, that's why. So I'm not gonna tell you guys like what this book is about because you would obviously need to read the first one to know what this one was about. But if you did read the first one, this one's still about Pip, obviously. And the whole like situation is obviously different from the first time. So yeah, I literally love Pip and Robbie both as the main characters. Pip is like such like a girl boss. She's just such a like a strong character, and her and Robbie together are just so good. And I also wanted to say that also in the first book, the author Holly Jackson actually includes things like maps and like text messages, and I love that type of stuff because it kind of gives you like a visual of like what's happening, especially like the maps. So I just love it when she includes all the different things like that. And the plot twist in here, literally as good as the first book. This author also does like an amazing job like planning out the mysteries. There might be a few little things that I kind of suspected like throughout the book, because there was a few parts where I was like, oh my gosh, I knew it. But like the ending in these two books was so good. Like I really didn't see it coming at all. And yeah, I really liked this book. It was a little bit of a chunky one. It was almost 400 pages, and I'm kind of excited, but like I have no clue what the third one's gonna be about. Honestly, at the end of both of these two books, like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and then this one, it low-key got me scared. So I'm a little bit nervous to read the third one, but yeah. So hey guys, it's literally been so long since I updated this vlog because I think the last clip that I filmed for this video was like January 1st or something like that, and it's now Valentine's Day. So yeah, but I just wanted to come on here and update you guys on the last two books that I read, The Inheritance Games and As Good as Dead. And I'm sorry because I actually don't think I filmed anything like reading vlog wise for As Good as Dead, but I'm still gonna come on here and obviously like tell you guys if I liked it or not. And yeah, my battery's literally flashing, so if this cuts to a different clip, I'm so sorry. My camera's literally about to die. I'll see you guys in a little bit. So hey guys, so I did in fact finish 4 books for this video. It took a while, but we're here. So yeah, for each of these books, I'm just gonna read like my notes that I took on each book and like what I rated it and stuff on Goodreads. But anyways, let's just get right on into it. So the first book that I read for this video was obviously The Holiday Swap. I think right after I read this book, I rated it like a 3.5 to 4 stars because I really liked it. But now that I think about it, it's a little bit more cheesy than cute that I thought it was, if that makes sense. So yeah, I ended up changing this to just a 3 stars, but that doesn't mean that this book isn't good or anything. I just think it's very like middle grade. Overall, I just think this book was like really fun and cozy, and like the twin aspect was really cool. It really reminded me of like The Parent Trap kind of, but like an older version of it, like with older girls. And it did have very prevalent Christmas vibes. So I definitely obviously recommend reading this at Christmas time. But this book might seem a little bit like insta love for some people because it's over the span of like 12 days, I'm pretty sure, like the 12 days before Christmas. And if you don't like that type of stuff, then I wouldn't really recommend this. But to me, it's just a book and I liked it. It didn't have any effect on me. And I like how the twins' lives were like so different yet similar. And I really like the love interest in this book. So yeah, that's The Holiday Swap. Overall, I just really liked it and it was really cute. And then the next book that I read for this video was Good Girl, Bad Blood. And if you didn't know, this is the second book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. And I really liked the first one. So I rated this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So obviously I really liked this book. I decided to cut out the clips of me talking about this book because obviously I already talked a lot about it earlier in this video. So I didn't want to like bombard you with talking about this book for like 10 whole minutes. So yeah. And basically this book is just like another mystery that she has to solve. This one gets a little bit more intense than the first book, so just keep that in mind whenever you're reading the first book, and if you like think it's too intense or like dark for you, because the series definitely does get pretty dark. But yeah, I really like this book. So I'm pretty sure I finished that book like either New Year's Eve or like the day before. It was really close to there. But on New Year's Eve night, I actually decided to start reading The Inheritance Games, and let me just tell you, I really enjoyed this book. I'm pretty sure this August is when I started to not have any like reading vlog content, so I'm so sorry about that. But anyways, I rated this book a 4 out of 5 stars, and I think I would have rated it 5 stars if I wasn't like in the middle of reading the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, because sometimes when you're like in the middle of a series and then you try to start a new book, it's kind of hard to get into the new book and like really like it, because especially for me, I feel like I was focused on like, I need to get to the last book, I need to figure out like what happens, and then that like kind of took away from my reading experience in this one. So yeah, I feel like if I would have read this after I finished the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, I would have given it a 5 stars. But yeah, this book was super fast paced. Like all the chapters are super duper short, so it just makes you like want to keep reading chapter after chapter. And another thing, I really like this cover. And before I even read this book, I had an idea that all these like things on the cover would come into play. And yeah, this book was just super fun. It had me guessing the entire time. I just wanted to know what was happening next. And so basically, if you don't know what this book is about, it's basically about this girl Avery, and she's kind of like not in the greatest time of her life. Like she hasn't grown up the best. And then one day somebody comes up to their school and tells her that this man has died, and it's this billionaire that lives in Texas, and that she needs to go with him to the reading of his will because she is supposedly mentioned in the will, and she has no clue why, because she doesn't even recognize this guy or his name, or like she has nothing to do with this guy. So she's like super confused, obviously. And so they go to the reading of the will, and she literally inherits almost all of the money and estates and everything that this guy owned. And so obviously the guy that died was a grandpa, so he had daughters and grandsons that obviously thought they were going to be the ones to inherit all the money and everything. And so obviously when they find out that Avery basically inherited everything, they were upset about it. So this book is basically about her trying to figure out why she inherited all this money, because she didn't even know this guy. But yeah, the plot twists were also really good in this book, and the grandsons, you know what I'm talking about if you read this book. I also rated it 4 stars because I feel like the conclusion that they came to at the end of the book, and I know this isn't a standalone because it's actually a trilogy. The 3rd book hasn't came out yet, but the 2nd one has. But I just feel like the conclusion they came to at the end, I feel like it didn't really explain why the grandpa would have picked her. So I just felt like I wanted like a more complex ending, I guess, if that makes sense. And I'm pretty sure in the next book, The Hawthorne Legacy, I've actually started this one, so I think I'm about like 20 pages in or something like that. But I'm pretty sure in this one, they're gonna try to figure out, I think, like maybe the real reason why the grandfather picked her. But yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. Hopefully that didn't spoil anything. I don't think it would have. But yeah, I really like this book. And here we are at the last book that I read for this video, and that is As Good as Dead, which is the end of the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. And let me just tell you guys, I rated this a 5 out of 5. This one was so good and intense, and just like I really wanted to figure out what was going on. I will say that it was a little bit slow at the beginning, but once we hit the halfway point, literally once we got a little bit before the halfway point, it had me hooked. And I was like, I'm not about to put this book down. And so it being kind of slow at the beginning was kind of also a reason why this video was kind of dragged on a little bit. But anyways, I'm just gonna read you guys my review on Goodreads, and then I'll put a screenshot of it right here so you guys can read along with me. So I put rating 5 out of 5 stars. I don't even know how to even begin on explaining this book, this series. This series is a journey, to tell you the least. And I will say that it does get pretty dark. Check the subjects of the book if you think it might be too dark for you. But Pip goes through so much in this book, and she is so strong. It has been an emotional roller coaster watching her make her decisions and look into herself. The grip that the series had on me while I was reading was crazy. It had so many twists and turns, and it was so good. But the last page, all those emojis, yeah, that pretty much sums up my reaction. So yeah, if you couldn't tell from that, this book was so crazy. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really recommend this series if you're thinking about reading it. So that is all the books that I read for this video. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna title this something like, are these booktok books worth it? So the hype that was going around the holiday swap at Christmas time, I feel like was worth it because a lot of people were reading it, and it was obviously Christmas time, so it was a better time to read it than now, and it's obviously not going around the hype now. So I feel like this one is pretty much worth the hype, but I wouldn't read it at any other time except for Christmas time. So yeah, Good Girl Bad Blood. I feel like this one is a little bit underrated, if I'm being honest, and I feel like it's very worth the hype that it gets. I feel like a lot of people read the first book and then they like don't continue it, but I literally loved this series so much. I feel like it's definitely worth the hype, or even underrated. I feel like y'all should definitely go and read this series. And then lastly, the Inheritance Games. I feel like it is definitely worth the hype. Like I said, I feel like I would have given it a 5 stars if I would have read it after finishing the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. So yeah, if that says anything, definitely go read this book. And yeah, I have actually read 2 more books after As Good as Dead. So if you guys are curious, for both of the semesters in my English class, we had to like read a novel and then do a little project on it. So the book that I chose for this semester was Turtles All the Way Down, and let me just tell you guys, this book was so good. It was this close to being a 5-star review. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. And then I read Dial A for Aunties. This book was literally hilarious. Go to my Goodreads to like see my full review on this. But all in all, I really liked this book and it was so funny. And then obviously, like I said, I'm currently reading The Hawthorne Legacy. And it's pretty good so far, even though I'm only on page 20. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and comment down below if you guys want me to do any other book videos. I'm so sorry for like the lack of content, but I've really been like unmotivated to do anything related to YouTube for a while. So please comment down below any ideas that you guys have for me, and I'll try my best to get around to them. I've just been really unmotivated to film any videos. Like, I don't know what to film and what you guys are gonna like, and then I don't feel like editing because it takes too long, and I feel like I've been doing the same type of editing for so long that it's just super boring to me and it's not like fun to me anymore like it used to be. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get out of this slump, and reading is something that I'm really passionate about right now. But anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe and hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. And thank you guys so much for watching to the end of this video. For all you guys that have stuck with me and subscribed and watched all my videos, I am literally so thankful for you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember that Jesus loves you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.